What's up, y'all? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. I'm kicking off a video every day in August by covering questions about The Last Jedi. So all this month in August, I'm gonna be posting videos about The Last Jedi. If you didn't like the movie, then don't holler at me this month, cause that's all I'm gonna be talking about unless something big comes up. Well, first off, I want to give a shout out to the big homie Geekdom 101. I'm on that Goku shit, that Dragon Ball Z shit, that Kamehameha shit, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I said in the video yesterday that I'm really trying to hammer home the whole Taoist message. That's what this channel is really about, right? Taoism in Star Wars. That's the approach I'm gonna take. If you don't like it, I don't know, then go watch go holler at my homeboys Hello Greedo and Star Wars Explained if you want like straight Dragon Ball. This shirt really got me thinking I'm Goku right now. I've been hanging out with Kuririn. I'm gonna leave this in here. But anyway, go holler at Alex over Star Wars Explained, Hello Greedo, and Stupendous Way, Vincent Vendetta. The good Star Wars channels, not these bullshit channels. We can't be down with the bullshit. But anyway, this question is coming from Joseph O'Halloran. He wrote me a freaking paragraph when I asked for one question, so I'm probably not going to answer all of these. But Joseph said, why did Rian Johnson take the brilliant, intriguing introduction scene setting of The Force Awakens and ruin it? That's your opinion, Joseph. By making silly plot choices like Luke throwing a lightsaber off of a cliff, a Jedi giving up, not explaining a damn thing at all, ruining by mystery of Rey's parentage by saying actually they don't matter, killing off Snoke in the most stupid way I ever saw, again without explaining a damn thing, silly completely pointless subplots like the stupid little mission Finn and Rose went on. Why did the planet look like a bad Doctor Who set? None of the aliens even look remotely canon. Why did you all of a sudden see this is turning into a bitch session, Joseph. So I'm just gonna say that based on what I'm seeing, you sound like a little bitch. I don't care if you get mad at me, because I asked for one question and you got on here and gave me a bitch session. So I'm just gonna focus on this Luke stuff and fuck the rest of the stuff he said. Fuck you too. I hope you unsubscribe and never watch another video. Man, video every day in August is getting off to a great start. I already told somebody to fuck off, right? After I just dropped this awesome Taoist message in the video I literally recorded 30 seconds before I hit record on this one. Thanks a lot, Joseph. You just got me. Man, you really fucking up my Zen thing, man. If y'all haven't seen the newest Tron movie, you're not gonna get that reference, right? But anyway, so choices like Luke throwing a lightsaber off of a cliff. Joseph, you obviously have no sense of humor. That was there for comedy, right? Luke Skywalker didn't give up. He didn't give up. A Jedi can't give up. Some of you guys act like you've never quitted anything in your life, right? Luke basically turned in his pink slip and said, I quitted this Jedi thing. Actually, no, he didn't. He said that it's time for the Jedi to end, and it's all going to end with me. I came here to die. Joseph, why weren't you paying attention, right? You can't criticize a movie if you don't pay attention during the movie, right? It's like if you show up in class and you didn't really read the book, and then you try to clap at the teacher, and then the teacher humiliates you because it's like, especially if the teacher wrote the book, right? Or they knew the author, right? And you're like, this book is stupid. They did it. And it's like, did you actually read this? Well, yeah, kind of. I looked at all the pages. Okay, reading and looking at the pages, literally understanding the book, right? I'll give you an example. I had a philosophy class when I was at Vanderbilt Divinity, right? And we had this book. It was like some German dude. The book was like 500 pages. And we were like, how did this dude expect us to read this book, to understand it, and to be able to come to class and discuss it? And the professor, I think it was Dale. Dale was a student of Cornell West, right? So it was a really cool dude, very knowledgeable. Harvard Divinity grad, I think. I think he went to Harvard. Yeah, so not some lame duck, you know, that's posing with a PhD, but somebody who actually like knows their shit, right? And Dell was like, you know what, man, the first time I read this book, it didn't make any sense to me either. So don't feel bad. I had to literally like sit down and read like 2 pages a day, right? And it took several years for me to get through this book. And that's with me going back and rereading it several times, right? So my advice for a lot of people, you need to go back and watch The Last Jedi and slow down and stop bringing your own shit into it and just see what is there. See what is there. And I said this, I don't know how many times, if there's something there that troubles you, you need to ask, why did they decide to do this? What is the purpose of this? Why is this character doing what they're doing? Why am I seeing what I'm seeing? Luke Skywalker taking that lightsaber and chucking it, right? That is the state that he's in at this time. First off, he already has a lightsaber, right? Him chucking the lightsaber. Well, what happened to it the first time? He got his hand lopped off. I mean, that is a painful, traumatic experience. I got a robot hand. I got a droid hand, right? Why is that? Where's my Luke Skywalker? I got a Luke Skywalker action. Well, he's got a glove on the toy. Well, here I got here's the Black Series figure, right? He doesn't even have a real hand. Yeah, I mean, that having that droid hand helped. You probably haven't read The Legends of Luke Skywalker. I think that's the name of the book, where he frees those droids on the planet with the help of R2, how the skin actually, got worn off on, the scent skin got worn off on the hand. He had to reach in, what was that, lava or acid or something to retrieve his lightsaber, and it burned the skin off, right? So it's good that he had that droid hand then, or else that would have been his real hand gone, right? So, forget whatever Mike Zero or some other. This is how Luke Skywalker's hand really, became a droid hand, because Kylo Ren, I'm making shit up based on what my inside contacts at Pinewood Studios told me. I got jokes tonight. I got jokes, baby. But, this is conjuring up traumatic experiences, right? He don't want to remember that stuff. He doesn't know who Rey is. It's just like, oh, Master Skywalker, I got your lightsaber. Man, I don't want this shit. I mean, you guys act like you never, like, man, I'm gonna just be honest, man. I'm starting to wonder about some of y'all, man. Like, what have you been doing? Have you just been like at home in a basement, living under a rock, like watching geek movies and reading comic books your entire life? You never had somebody hand you something, you're like, man, I don't want that shit. Fuck out of here, man. Who are you? Right? That was how I was reading Luke Skywalker, right? As far as Luke, them not explaining why Luke Skywalker gave up, Joseph, what the fuck were you watching, dude? Luke clearly laid it out. I came here to die. It's time for the Jedi to end. Why? The pain of what happened with Kylo Ren, right? Understanding that, man, the Jedi reached their height of hubris and they messed up and they fell. The Sith just rolled right in. The Jedi actually did the work of the Sith. They defeated themselves because at the height of their hubris, they lost track of everything. And then here I am, I'm Luke Skywalker, the legend of Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker so great. Luke Skywalker so awesome, right? Luke Skywalker almost killed his nephew. Luke Skywalker in his pit of rage, the same way he almost killed his own father. I can't kill my father. Man, I can't kill my father, but the minute Vader pressed some buttons, ooh, I'm gonna come for sister. You have a sister. Now I will strike you down, young Skywalker, and Obi-Wan's failure is finally, right? So Vader done dissed Obi-Wan and said he's coming for Leia. Luke lost it completely, started to channel the dark side, overpowered Vader, and almost struck down his father and
strike down your father and take your place at my side, young Skywalker.
Right? he almost did exactly what the Emperor wanted him to do. The Emperor needed a stronger apprentice. I mean, that's the way of the Sith. I want the strongest, I want the best. And as young Skywalker becomes more powerful in the Force, he becomes a threat that could destroy us and destroy all of my plans that even you don't know, Anakin, right? So Luke is like, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, I am the man, right? I am at the height of my power. And then all of a sudden, one choice, one split half a second appearing in the Ben Solo's mind, he goes all the way back to that moment before he truly became a Jedi Knight, right? And it's like, I've been on this journey, I've done all these things, and I've still succumbed to that same initial weakness. I have that same flaw, right? So what have I done? Right now, I mean, you know, I know I'm going to be called a shill, an apologist by people who don't understand or choose not to understand or really ain't about that life. You're not about like practicing a life of self-cultivation, you know, living out the things that inspired the Jedi, because that's something I understand, because it's something I'm always thinking about, right? In my last video that I recorded, not on this channel, but from my other channel, you should check it out, right? I talked about my daily Tai Chi practice and how like I'm noticing changes in how the joints open, the joints close, movement, my mobility, how I feel on the inside, meaning like my internal organs and just stuff that's important for martial arts people. You Star Wars geeks wouldn't understand that because you don't work out or do anything. And I'm only talking about the people who literally don't and have no interest in that, right? And for me, I'm like, that's why you'll never really understand these things, these aspects of being a Jedi, right? Of what Luke Skywalker, that journey, how it's supposed to look, and the pitfalls and the faults and the things that you're looking out for, and the ways that you measure a success or a win, and not the ways that people on the outside would measure a win or a loss, right? So for Luke, it's like, well, I just took a huge L. I've done all of this cultivation, all of this training of the mind, the body, and understanding the ways of the Force, but I really haven't changed. And I've unleashed the beast yet again on the galaxy, and I see what he's gonna become, and I just choose to remove myself from the process. The Force will choose someone else. The Force will find a way to balance itself. And maybe if that's the case, then the best thing for me to do is the Force will find a way to get rid of Kylo Ren and Snoke in the First Order. But if I take the Jedi out of the equation completely, then maybe this will stop happening. And that's essentially what Luke was thinking. So Joseph, if you don't like that answer, it's okay, because I already know you're a little bitch and you just want to find any fault in The Last Jedi that you can, without even caring for a reasonable explanation. But for the rest of you, let me know, what do you think about this answer? The fact that Luke spent all his time cultivating himself, becoming the Jedi Master, and then he just, it's like the cards fell down, right? Humpty Dumpty took a fall and couldn't put himself back together again. It's like, wait a minute, what have I been doing all this time? It's time for me to just walk away and remove the Jedi from the equation completely. Of course, we know that Rey, being the ray of light in the Force that she is, and Jocasta Nu setting up that any child can rise up. The Force can choose anyone as its vessel and bring down this whole thing. It doesn't matter about bloodlines or anything else, and that's what we're seeing is Rey. The Force has chosen Rey to rise up and balance the darkness that Kylo Ren is unleashing. And hopefully we see some more Force-sensitive people emerge in Episode 9, not just the little broom boy, because I don't care how you take this, but I'm tired of seeing white people using the Force in this new Star Wars. Like, you're either a white person or an alien, right? Only black person that uses the Force is Maz, right? Well, well, I mean, Maz is orange, so yeah, I mean, you know, she, but you know, so is Trump. We got an orange president too. Anyway, I'm gonna end it on that one. So you guys, what do you think about like Luke? Let me know your thoughts about Luke Skywalker, his evolution in The Last Jedi, and where you think that character is gonna go in Episode 9 as the Force ghost. As we've seen that, you know, they can interact with the physical plane now with if they could do stuff like the Bendu, and Yoda did that in The Last Jedi. So your thoughts on Luke's continuing hero's journey, right? As becoming the one, he became the boon giver, but he didn't return to the mundane world. And that's what essentially, I could have ended this video in 30 seconds. Luke completed his hero's journey in The Last Jedi, and by that final expression of power before he chose to become one with the Force, he returned to the mundane world. And now, I mean, as a Force ghost, he's virtually immortal, and he can return at any time as the one who continues to bestow boons to the ordinary people, right? Maybe Luke will reach the point where he can appear as a Force ghost to people who aren't Force sensitive. That would be an interesting place to take that. So I'm gonna leave it on that note, because you're never supposed to introduce a new idea at the end of a paper, and I just did that in a video. So your thoughts for Luke on Episode 9 down in the comments below, and I'll be checking back to see what you all have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead, click that subscribe button and take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. I'm gonna stop saying joining the urban acolyte army, because somebody got butthurt over that. And we talking Jedis every day in August. So share these videos, let your friends know if they're, you know what? The Last Jedi lovers, if you loved The Last Jedi, share these freaking videos on Twitter. Tell your friends about them. Hey man, this dude is talking about The Last Jedi. And if you want to get in, you got questions that you want answered, there's a link in the video description to the Q&A post on the Urban Acolyte Facebook page. Click that link, go to that post, and I'll see like the newest comments and stuff. And at some point in this month, your question might be answered, because I'm trying not to answer any more questions from these little bitch ass people like Joseph, because I have zero respect for those people. And what did I say? This is a bitch ass free zone. No bitch asses in this area, in this atmosphere, right? Bitch be gone. So Joseph, you don't get any more questions answered, because you know I can't deal with you being a little bitch, man. That's all I got to say about this one. So man, I feel bad ending on a negative note, but it is what it is. Anyway, y'all keep on breathing. May the force of others be with you always.